Many years ago, I was driving to school. We lived in Sioux Center, Iowa. We lived in Rock Rapids, Iowa, and I was driving to Sioux Center, and I think it was a January day. It was in the wintertime, and I decided to take what I called the back way to school. The roads were a little slick, nothing too bad. I was driving a rear-wheel drive Chevy pickup truck, and you probably know what happened. Anyway, I was driving down the road, trying to get to school on time, and I hit a patch of ice, and the next thing I knew, the truck started going one way, and then it started going the other way, and I knew I was in trouble when I saw like the back end of the pickup truck swing all the way around, and I slid sideways, and at that moment, it was completely out of control. It was complete and total chaos. And I remember thinking as I slid down into the ditch, I was really glad that I had my seatbelt on. I was safe, and I was secure, and I was really stinking glad for my seatbelt. And really all I could do, I'm just going to put my verses that I'm going to read here. All I could really do in that moment was trust that my seatbelt was going to, honestly, that it was going to save my life. Because when I slid down into the ditch, I kind of slid down my way, like the driver's side spun all the way around, and I slid down into the ditch. And I remember my window breaking, and I remember feeling snow very quickly. And then actually, as it rolled down into the ditch, it flipped. It like flipped on its side so fast. But when it came to a stop, it was just one roll. Like I was just hanging there by my seatbelt. But I remember thinking to myself as I was going down into the ditch, like I'm just going to put all of my hope and all of my trust and all of my confidence in that seatbelt, that it was going to hold me in the truck. And that's exactly what it did. There are a lot of times where life is chaotic, where life is out of control. And the question that we have is, what's the way that we can navigate the chaos that we feel? How do we make it through that? In Daniel chapter 7, verses 1-3, it says, "Earlier, during the first year of King Belshazzar's reign in Babylon, Daniel had a dream and saw visions as he lay in his bed. He wrote down the dream, and this is what he saw. In my vision that night, I, Daniel, saw a great storm churning the surface of a great sea, with strong winds blowing from every direction." So this is a moment where Daniel is having this dream of chaos, where Daniel is having this dream where things are not in control. And what he's going to do as we go through this, this dream this week, what we're going to see is he's going to ask one of the beings that's standing at the throne of the faithful judge to explain to him what's going on. What we need always is God's perspective into our chaos. What we need always is God's perspective and God's insight into the unpredictability of life. We need to know what God knows. We need to ask him. And what I would love for you to do today is think about an area of your life that not just seems chaotic, but maybe is chaotic, and bring it to God and ask for his power, ask for his guidance to lead you through. Ask for confidence. I ask God to give you confidence that he will see you through this moment, much like I had confidence in that seatbelt. Ask God for confidence to take you through what is chaotic in your life. I want you to know that I love you. I'm praying with you, and I'm praying for you. And I'm really excited to go into this Christmas season with you and talk about the way that God is sending us a faithful king. We'll talk to you tomorrow.